Today on Instagram threads, I saw this post titled, "Unfortunately, unpopular opinion, native English speaker is not a level you can achieve." And it kind of sparked a heated and somewhat interesting conversation. And as someone that is not an English speaker that is teaching ESL, I figured I'd give my 2 cents on the age-old question, can non-native English speakers achieve a near native or sometimes native level? First off, a slight tangent. I find it slightly infuriating and a little off-putting to see a white native English speaker basically being like, you can't be one of us, no matter how hard you try. But nevertheless, is there truth to what he's saying? Is there merit to what he's saying? The answer is yes and no. So why am I saying yes first? Well, simply put, a well-educated, well-read native English speaker will have anywhere from 12,000 to 20,000. Not to mention, they have obviously perfect pronunciation. They have a better command over slang, idioms, internet lingo, these tricky, intricate things that you don't necessarily learn from textbooks if you've never been abroad. They have a natural advantage simply because they were born here, they have more time. However, this is where I can say no, because most native English speakers, unfortunately, don't read beyond 4th grade level. They may go on to get their bachelor's degree, but they don't necessarily read for fun. They don't make it a point to acquire more words. It's kind of like the classic tale of the tortoise and the hare, right? A lot of times us non-native speakers feel like we're the tortoise. We have to scramble, beg, borrow, and steal to even just get to the same level playing field as the hare. However, once we get it going, once we go slow and steady, we typically win the race because we never stop. We appreciate the language more because it's never handed to us on a silver platter. So we have to fight for it. We really try to understand things for what it is instead of take things for granted. And even if you don't read for fun, it still doesn't take a lot for you to get around. Like you only need about 3,000 words to be able to understand people, to get around, to get by. Sure, you might need a few tweaks here and there over your grammar, over your pronunciation. You might want to learn some interesting expressions like slang, idioms, but that is a bonus. That is not a necessity. And lastly, I just want to say a language is a tool reserved for all, not just people that were born into it. We can all learn it. We can all learn it well or well enough if given the right tools, the right mindset, the right resources, the right strategies. And if on the road of improving ourselves, we happen to surpass the so-called hare, aka the native speakers, then all the better.